claps after our top 10. And then these are top 10 bragging rights for you, and then I'll throw in a bonus for you. So number 10, there's 351 Division I schools. Out of 351 Division I schools, in the last 10 years, we've been ranked in the top 25 at some point. That's only 1 out of 13 schools, so give yourself 2 claps. Number 9, we've had 39 out of our 41 seniors graduate since 2004. 2 claps. Number 8, we've had the 8th most players drafted in the last 6 years. 2 claps. Number 7, the Big 12 Conference in basketball the last 4 years has been ranked first, and second, which means we've had the best conference the last 4 years. We get 68% of our teams in the NCAA tournament. The next high is only 55%. 2 claps. Number 6, player development. We've had the most players that weren't top 100 or 5-star recruits be drafted since 2010. 2 claps. With over 500 student athletes, the ACUM GPA is a tremendous 3.26. Number 4, we have 2 in number 4, all right? So the first one is strength of schedule. There's 351 schools in the last 4 years using the RPI numbers they have at ESPN. If you average the 4 years, we have the number 1 strength of schedule in the last 4 years out of 351 schools, which means when you play great games, you get exposure. And with ESPN, ESPN2, ESPNU, we played the 4th most TV games on those networks behind Duke, North Carolina, and Kansas, so give yourself 2 claps. Number 3, now this one, if you write anything down, I'd write this one down, or just put it in your phone so you can pull it out. In the last 6 years, Baylor football, men's and women's basketball has won more games than anybody else in the country. We've won 13 more than the 2nd place team, Notre Dame. We've won 108 more than the Aggies. We've won 133 more than the Longhorns. And we've won 183 more than TCU. 2 claps. And then number 2, And then number 2, we've had the 2nd best offense analytically in the last 10 years behind Duke. 2 claps. And then number 1, it only took us 112 years to get there, but we were ranked number 1 this past year, which, if you look at things, there's only been 3 schools in the state of Texas. 5 Slam-A-Jamma days back in the day with Houston, Texas for a brief period, like 7 or 8 years ago, and Baylor to ever reach number 1. 2 claps. With that, we can rest on the claps, but I'll throw in the and one or the bonuses for you. There's only been 8 schools that have been ranked number 1 since 2015, and we're one of them. We also last year got out to the best start in schools history with 20-1 record. It was the fastest climb from unranked to number 1 in AP history. Took 9 weeks. We tied the Baylor's best with a seed of number 3 in the NCAA tournament. We tied the regular season wins in the history of the school at 25. We tied the most Big 12 conference wins, and we had the best defense in conference. We gave up 64.3 points. The next high was 72. So about 8 points better than the next best defense. We had 4 top 10 wins, which set a school record. And we had the first consensus All-American in Jonathan Motley, and the first major award winner, the Karl Malone Player of the Year in Jonathan Motley. So it was a pretty good year, but enough with the past. We're ready to move to the present and the future. So the bad news is we lost Jonathan Motley to the NBA. We've lost to football, which is a good thing. He provides good leadership for the guys, especially with us playing so many young guys. He's an incredible leader, and hopefully he'll be the next Baylor football player in the NFL. In basketball, we've had Levi Norwood's played basketball, Kendall Wright's played basketball, Rico Gathers, and then hopefully Ish. So our rule is you can play basketball, but only if you're a pro.